Woo, it's hot. Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Meek. Just popping on for a few minutes, trying to practice going on live earlier than 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. At least going live when there's life. This time wasn't planned. It I don't know. I would say it was kind of forced upon me because my heart. I'm a hairstylist on YouTube, and I had no idea that it was so live over here. You know what I mean? It's just so much. And I'm starting to realize that you really do have to be strategic in what you take on in everyday life. You know, we have to be more mindful of our own soul and spirit, not to get sick because of what is supposed to be entertainment. Entertainment is good, but at the end of the day, you know, we hear a lot of people on social media say, it's just social media. This isn't real life. But I beg to differ. I can't imagine me here to entertain you. I'm doing hair, but all of a sudden, everybody knows my whole life. And to watch things like that, and I'm not just saying watching that on, you know, where I usually tend to be. I'm saying all across the board. I was in a whole nother area on YouTube, and it's the same. You know, I've seen people catch felonies, be on ankle monitors, go to jail outside of courthouses. I done seen so much stuff, except for the ultimate thing that you would never want to see happen to somebody. But at the end of the day, with the journey that I'm on, I always have to, you know, refocus and remember, you know, that there's a bigger picture, and my picture expands beyond the computer. It expands beyond people that I don't know, that I may never know. Some people we like, you know, we think we like because we built a little camaraderie amongst chats and things. You know, that could be social media. I'm talking about Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, all of them. A lot of people that we talk to aren't necessarily people we know. I think it costs me nothing to be kind to anybody. So that's why I always try to remain kind. But when you are overconsumed with something, then it begins to take a toll on your psyche, your thought process. You know, how do I feel sad about someone I don't know? How do I feel angry about something that has nothing to do with me? And I'm not saying people shouldn't feel those ways, because I feel every emotion. But the thing that I'm talking about is when your emotions get ahead of you. It's never a good thing to sit in places that alter your demeanor, that change your countenance, that cause you to feel physical things by way of things that have absolutely nothing to do with you. And it made me think about the monkeys, to see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. A lot of people would never pay attention to that degree. As I said in my title, Fall Back. We have control of what we take in on a daily basis. You know, forget social media. We have a control over what we watch on TV, whether it's Tubi, Netflix, or Peacock, or any other engines. What we listen to on the radio, rap music, R&B, worship. And a lot of time people think if they listen to worship music, then it's all good. But all worship music ain't necessarily good music either. You have to have a keen ear to know what you should and should not take in. And, the Bible tells you to guard your eyes and your ears. And I don't think that we realize how important that is. If you're not guarding those two areas, then what you take in goes into your heart. Now, you can take in a bunch of good stuff and you find love and joy in your heart. But if you are taking in a lot of things that aren't so good, that may be dark, like for myself, I don't watch horror movies anymore. I stopped like in 1998. And honestly, the reason why I stopped is because some lady, back then I would have thought, oh, she's just super spiritual. But for some reason I listened to her. She's like, when you watch those things, you open doors to demons. Back then, I'm looking like, what? But for some reason, I stopped. Best decision I ever made in my life. I don't watch, man. If I watch a movie, I get like 10 minutes into it. If it don't feel right, I'm out of there. My friends be like, do you watch this? I don't know what anything is on TV anymore, because I don't generally watch it. Sometimes I like to watch the Tubi movies. And look, even with that, I'll watch a Tubi movie, and I promise you, by the time I end that movie, I want me a fat black boyfriend that deal drugs from Detroit. Because, in the movie, they get them guys that supposed to be fine, but they ain't fine, but that character be fine. You sitting there, man. I love Tubi movies. I don't know. But hear no evil. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it if I can help it. And I definitely don't want to speak it. And I think that a lot of times we don't realize what comes out of our mouth. That's from the abundance of your heart. Everything that comes out your mouth is somewhere in your heart. And what I do know, that if you believe in a living God, that God dwells in your heart. I, for myself, have to be careful what I allow to dwell in that place with God. I'm not saying I'm perfect or we shouldn't watch anything or we shouldn't do anything, but I think we really should take into account the responsibility we have for our heart, the responsibility we have for our eyes and ears. Is what I'm engaging in, it may not be harming me, but am I listening to something else that harms other people? Am I watching something or watching people being harmed? I have to think of all that stuff. And that's where break time comes in. Sometimes you gotta limit your consumption. Hello, 2 people, 3 people, however many is right there. You gotta limit your consumption. Just like if you don't want to get fat eating good food, you don't want to keep on eating because you're going to get fat. You're going to get sick. Start getting sick, you're going to start having high blood pressure, cholesterol issues, sooner or later heart issues. It's the same thing. What you watch is like what you eat. What you listen to is like what you eat. What you speak will happen. I think who you are in real life is way more important than a character. That's why I like to find genuine people across the board, whether it's on social media, whether it's at the grocery store. I don't want to find myself, I guess, accidentally or purposely in the company of bad-spirited people. I really don't. I was on here the other day and I was just saying, like, man, the way our people go at each other on this app is almost fascinating. Because it's like nobody has a regard for the next person. Nobody has any regard for the family of that person. Nobody has regard for the children of that person, because the internet is forever. Even the people doing things ain't thinking about their own family, their own jobs. And I'm like, I can't be the only sane person in the world to know that something ain't right. This is kind of scary to me. I'm just like, wait, I got some things going on in my life that I'm trying to accomplish. I got goals I'm trying to reach. And I can't allow nothing to cause me to waver or get stuck in a place that I'm not supposed to be, all because of what I choose to consume, man, I'm damn near speechless. I've never seen things that I see in my life like this. I could never hurt somebody in, like, purposely, with intention. Hey, sweet P. Diddy, I could never hurt. I don't even care if I don't like you. I could never hurt you. That's not the way we were designed. We're supposed to be made in God's image and likeness. God would never hurt us. That's why I know there's little God going on right now. People say God, but he don't even know them. And they don't even know he don't know them. And that's scary. I don't want to accidentally fall into a place of God not acknowledging me anymore, because I got caught up in a bag, like, man. I'm lost for words, honestly. I'm like, time out. Let me go talk loud to myself, because I can't believe some of the stuff I'm seeing and hearing. Like, it's scary. It's my fear that one of these people are going to be hurt. And I'm talking about anybody. I don't care if you're the worst person on earth. I don't care if you're doing the most on YouTube. I don't care if I don't like you on YouTube, because some people I really have grown a genuine dislike for. But hey, K Smooth, I don't want to see none of these people get hurt. But every day it's looking like eventually that could possibly happen. It's not. Why we got to be so nosy? We supposed to mind the business that pays us. Being a busybody is not a good thing. It doesn't cause us to prosper. It doesn't bring good fortune to us. One thing I do know is everybody on here exposing each other, exposing people, and really, like, involved in it in real life, like going for broke, trying to expose the next man. They better know who the great exposer is, because it ain't none of us. We could never uncover the things that God can, ever. And I knew this part of me was going to come out one day or another. But at the end of the day, I can have fun on social media, kiki, haha. I can watch the craziest shit. But at the end of the day, I know God, and I know when, oh, wait a minute, you better get yourself back up. I'm scared. I don't know anybody else that don't fear him, but I'm scared. I see people in jail. I see people hurt. And I don't want to see that. And it grieves my spirit to even have those type of visions, to have those type of thoughts. When are people going to grow up? I mean, these old people, And I'm literally not talking about nobody in particular, but just as a whole, just an observation of everything going on. Like, it's scary that none of these people have a thing inside of them that says, stop. Don't do that. I don't like that. Because that's how God talked to me. You know better than that. Nobody cares for human life. Like, and I know ain't none of these Negroes millionaires. People talk about selling their soul. People sell their soul for less because that's what's happening. You're selling your soul for less. I don't care if you make $5,000 a week. That's less. We are precious beings. I'm priceless. There's not a dollar amount that you can put on my life that is worth me going against who I am, who God created me to be. We all were created to be something good. Nobody came here to be bad, but people choose their path. I don't choose the path to be bad. It's very scary, Case Move, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I am sitting here in shock. Like, I've been watching this stuff for months and like what, years now, but today is hitting different. Who's willing to get on a public platform and post paperwork and say names and read out stuff that none of us in this world should ever see or hear? I don't care. Who do you think you are that you have the right to go about digging in people's lives and exposing things? And I'm like, you can do what you want. I'm not telling nobody not to do nothing. I'll never do it. But what I'm saying is, if you have children, grandchildren, this stuff is here. These kids are smart on YouTube. Right now, some of these people's grandchildren probably watching them. Right now, one of these people, grandkids or kids, getting bullied at school because they friends done found they parent on YouTube cutting the hell up for peanuts. What happens when you done went too far and somebody see you on the block and your kid in the car and they miss you? Ain't nobody thinking like that. This thing should be fun. You know, we should be able to go in pages and laugh and giggle and then go to bed at night and wake up in the morning clear and free in mind and heart. That's why I say it's good to fall back, you know? Like, I can't imagine being up all day long, digging and talking. When do you sleep? We need rest for our body. When do you rest? What happens when now you're deteriorating and you don't even see it? That's the scary part. People can't even look in the mirror and see themselves anymore. They above reproach. They above God. But one thing I know is when God get ready to slap you down, it ain't a reading of a paperwork, an accusation, or anything that's gonna compare. The hand of God is heavy and strong. Don't it say he sit high and look low? We low right now. We ain't nothing. We ain't nothing. This one ain't better than that one. This one ain't higher than that one. This one ain't nothing. We are nothing. What we are is a human race who has been given mercy to be here, who has a whole lot of grace in times like this when we're screwing up every single day. I screw up probably every day, every other day. I don't know. I don't take count, but I know I'm not perfect, but I know better. And some people don't know better. Some people don't know better. Jamaica about to stop watching a lot of this stuff because I don't like the way my gut feel. If I watch something and I start to feel anxiety, what they say, warning comes before destruction. Destruction is on the way. Y'all better know it. Everybody on these panels talking, exposing. Woe be unto you. God don't like it. He don't like it. Us entertaining and engaging and jumping around to see who's saying what and all this stuff. He don't like it. Not even us just being spectators. Because it's not him. Don't y'all know the devil is real and he is amongst us? He walks around here freely until it's time for him to go down. And unfortunately, a lot of people have succumbed to the enemy. It's a lot of people who have given the enemy their life willingly. Haven't even thought about repentance. Haven't even thought that you sliding down a slippery slope to hell. You can point out every bad thing about the next man, but guess what? If that man you pointing all that stuff about repents and you don't, he's gonna be on the right side of right, and you gonna be over there with them goats. That's one thing I always pray. I don't want to be a goat. You know, the ghosts don't go to heaven. And you might not believe in a heaven or hell, but I do. I sure do. And I know that the majority of these people know better, but they done lost it. Done went stone cold crazy. It's scary. It's just scary. I honestly, they better know about the hand of God. Because guess what? Even the people that have made mistakes that may not be too far gone are still God's children. And you do not. That's one thing you don't do. We done lost sight, man. We too old for this. I'm just here. I'm a hairstylist. I'm going to create my content. I've been here for a while. I create hair videos. I show my life having fun. I want to come on here and be with my best friend when I move where she is. And we have cook-offs, show them how 250-year-olds hot as hell in the streets, And I don't mean fast hot. I mean, still got it hot. I can't imagine my life that consists of me allegedly probably have to be dreaming about what the hell I'm going to say to somebody or about somebody when I wake up. What kind of crap is that? You ain't living no more. These people dead. A lot of these people are dead. And I'm not about to sit here and keep watching dead people talking, because that don't sound right. They don't even know they dead. Long dead on the inside. Heart, like who said that? Heart's hard, and that heart hard. Because there's nothing that causes conviction. There's no conviction. Have you ever been in a space and you're doing something that is not really, it ain't even that bad. I would say it ain't even bad as this. But when you're doing something you ain't got no business doing, you get that little check. When you see people running with no brakes and don't get no checks in their heart, you get the hell away from that shit. Excuse my French. You're not taking me to hell with you. Because you are spiritually, emotionally, mentally bankrupt. Vacant. And these people vacant. That's why you look in people's eyes and you see black. They vacant. There's nothing there. Look just like your emoji on your name, K-Smooth. The darkness, darkness is not supposed to be louder than the light. It's not. There's no way in the world I mean, I know there's good and bad, you know. No. But evil should never win. And right now, good people quiet because they getting caught up. Sometimes you have to, you know, do a little break or something. Like I said, I can't tell nobody what to watch. And I'm not saying I won't ever watch people, but when it started getting to that thing where it started messing with your inner man, you better know better. Forget everybody else. You better know better. I'll hide a page if you know, because there are people that I'll be like, I ain't watching none today, and then next thing you know, I'm watching. If I got to hide your page and unsub, if I am sub, which I'm only subbed to maybe not that many channels, but if I got to unsub not to see a dang old notification, that's what I'm gonna do. Guard your eyes and your ear gates. We gonna crash and burn. Have these people get warnings and they ignore them. Trust me. Half of y'all get warnings and you ignoring them, chasing a freaking super chat. If something happened to me horrible as a result of something I was doing on social media, and I'm in the hospital and I look at my bank account and I see $2,500 for that month, I'm pissed because I'm worth way more than that. If I wind up in jail, done caught a damn felony for extortion or defamation or I don't know, whatever. All these crazy charges that could possibly be brought up on people. If I find myself in a jail cell and my bank account say, YouTube paid me $5,200, but my lawyer cost $10,000, I'm gonna be pissed. It's easy to get in trouble, hard to get out. And it's about to be a whole bunch of people in trouble, whether it's gonna be legally or I'm telling y'all, it's a distraction. It's a distraction. You're an alien because you're full of life. Well, I'm full of life. I'm not an alien. I don't want to be an alien. They got big eyes and they're green. Are you green? No, I'm just kidding. Let me go plant you. I understand though. I'm just gonna represent me. I am. Woo! I just had to cut. Ain't nobody here with me, so I'm like, I ain't got nobody to talk to. I'm gonna talk to the screen if I got to, but I had to get this out. Man, I want the people to know y'all in danger. When you get overconsumed with stuff that mean you no good, you are in danger. When you get overconsumed with trying to maliciously attack and hurt people, you are in danger. I do got a funny bone. I really do. But I'm not funny on purpose. I'm just funny on accident. Like, I couldn't stand on the stage and start talking and be funny. I don't think. I couldn't do it. It's just, that's just my thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way I think. But I be so serious, even in the funny, man. I promise you, I'm sitting here watching stuff and people like, oh, when I get this, I'm going to do this. And I was like, you know what? You get your ass up out of here because I don't want no parts of that, buddy. Nope. I done took in enough. I done seen enough to know that trouble is coming. They think they know what the trouble is, but they have no idea. And it's going to be people like, but I was only reporting on it. And I'm not saying everybody. I'm talking about people. Y'all know I'm talking about people that be acting straight up. There's a lot of them. Dang, man. Woo. So how was y'all day today, whoever's in here? I don't know if Sweet P. Diddy's still in here, but God, oh, man. Woo. I had an okay day. Man, that's what I'm like. Today, you know what probably got me like this right now? I at work a couple of weeks ago, the hot water heater blew out, which means no work. And it went out late. right when rent was due. And so, you know what that means? You trying to get your stuff together. You know, the world right now is kind of crazy. So here it is. I can't work. That's fine. I'm always find a way because that's what I do. I'm a hustler. Like my mama taught me well. If I don't know how to do nothing, you had jury duty in real life. If they send you a jury duty for YouTube, run. No, I'm kidding. But man, I can't imagine being caught up in a bunch of crap and then, hey, Dawn, and then God be like, I'm over here chilling because she tripping. She need my help right now, but she over here entertaining this, that, and the third. Look at her. Man, my child crazy. Girl, I want to help her, but she tripping. You know, and when I had to, you know, come up with what I needed, I did it. You know, I'm a single woman. I don't have help like that, and which is, I'm good. You know, when that time comes, it's going to be good. But until then, I got to be capable. That's one thing, like I said, my mom, you know, God rest her soul, she taught me beautifully how to be a hustler. So I know how to get some money legally. I could do it illegally, but I'm not a criminal. I'm too scared, too pretty for jail. I keep telling y'all, too pretty to go to jail. Them girls, I'm telling y'all, they was in there taking them laps in there like it was at a resort, and I'm looking at them like, you biatches is crazy. But and I was so pissed at them. I'm looking like, are they really taking laps like they exercising in this jail room and the lights is out? Go to bed. But yeah, man. When I went to the bank today to put some money in because I had to pay on my what do you call it? Secured visa, you know. And it seemed like ever since I decided to relocate, just like all hell breaks loose, you know. The average person would probably, like the stuff that I've been coming up against, the average person would probably be like, well, maybe I'm not supposed to do this. But in my mind, that's the telltale sign that it's some good coming, you know. So I don't let things get me down, but you do get nervous moving through life. You do get nervous. So as I navigate, you know, handling my business, the things that are on top of me and, you know, basically picking it away one by one, I'm at the bank at the ATM. And the drive-through one would not take deposits. So there's a line. I'm third in line. The lady at the thing, 2 men in front of me. And I'm telling you, this had to be my wake-up call today. And I'm waiting, and I'm thinking like, dang, what is she doing? Is she putting like $1 million in here? Because it took forever. But what happened was one guy told the other guy, they got the ATM on the side, the drive-through. Both of them walked away. And then before they came back, guess who was at the ATM? Me. And I said, man, dude would have been at the ATM if he hadn't moved out of position. How easy is it to get out of position and lose your spot when you was next? And that's what's happening here. A lot of people are out of position, out of order, and have lost their spot and will lose a spot soon. Hey, Salinas, they will lose a spot soon. Because God ain't halfway pleased with this mess. I'm sorry. And I'm like, When I get a revelation like that, I'm like, okay. And I've been like waiting on my my complex people to let me know if they were gonna transparent moment, because I had to be late on my rent because I was out of work for that week. But the lady did everything. She helped me out a lot. You know, she kept it out of court, allowed me to pay half. They don't take partial payments here. So I know that's God. I was able to get that money without nobody giving me money. That's God. And I haven't done it like no hair. I know that's God. And then when I went in there today to ask a question, I remember I said, well, did you ever find out if they were going to waive the late fee? And the girl said, well, Well, the manager is out of town until like next week. I'm just going to do it. So what was like over $800 was only like $600. I got that in 30 minutes because I'm hustling. And then I asked for a little bit of help. I ain't gonna lie. Let me quit playing. But it wasn't like that. I had a majority of it. But what it was is I knew I wasn't going to make that type of money in 2.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do a little, hey, let me get this until this. I know I'm not going to do this before, like that. We have good friends like that sometimes. So, but my point of saying, I didn't give up on the idea that maybe they'll still waive that, because I've been waiting for a minute, like a week almost, to see if they were going to waive it. And when I left out of there, the weight of the world, even though it was only $141 less, that felt like somebody took $1 million off my chest, because I got other stuff to pay too. That's why I can't sit here and consume everybody's food, You have to watch what you eat. You eat from the wrong spiritual plate, whether people want to look at it like that or not. All this is spiritual. All of it. So do you want, how would I say, let me see. What's the word? I want to say something catchy. No, I'm just kidding. You know how you get food poison? Do you want spiritual food poison? I don't want to wake up spiritually sick. Because when you take in the wrong thing, just like if you go to the store and you eat something, hey CC, hey Ronald, if you go to the store and you buy yourself something to eat, or say the restaurant, and that food was bad, but it tastes good. Thank you, Ronald. But then later on in the night, you find that you don't feel well. Next thing you know, it may be coming out both ends. You know what I'm saying? You sick. You don't feel good. The same happens with what we take in on a daily basis, even on social media. You don't want to get consumed by something you personally made a decision to partake in. You know what I'm saying? If I sit here and choose to eat of this plate, then I chose the repercussions. I chose that sickness. I chose to be spiritually ill. And I don't know if y'all know that when you're spiritually sick, just like when you eat bad food, a deliverance, it yields the same thing. What comes out is toxic. It's nasty. It's dirty. It stinks. It's black. It may come out your mouth. It may come out your butt. It may come out in tears. It may come out in snot. It may come out in spit. I'm sorry to be so graphic, but that's the things that come out of you when you are spiritually infected. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trying to purposely place myself in that space, Like I said, it's just, I'm not saying don't watch YouTube. I'm saying careful watching YouTube, because you don't want to be the person that's watching a person being destroyed brutally and just watch. To me, that's blood on your hands. No, I probably can't say or do nothing, but what I can do is remove myself from it. Because I don't want no parts of that. I don't want no parts of when I wake up and hear something that crazy doesn't happen to somebody, that I witnessed it. I witnessed what led to it. I know people hurt themselves. Some of these people put on a brave face online. That's what I sense. Some of these people put on a brave face. You see my face right here? Y'all can't see my face, but you see my face right there? Most of these people, that's what we see. I don't look like nothing bothering me right there. But on the other side, this person going so hard to try to prove a point or to try to win a fight that they don't have to fight. So then at the end of the day, what happens is now you screwed up in the spirit. Your flesh done got weak because now you're acting like the people you're watching. I promise you, anybody in this chat ever see me act like one of these little suckers on this app? Hey, me, come back. Go throw up. Shit, that's how I look at it. Because it's real. And I'm telling you, there is a strong warning. Super strong. So anybody that's on here exposing people, God does the exposing. I don't know who told these people. I don't know who told these people you are allowed to do this. The devil is a liar. I don't care what you know. You're not allowed to do that unless it's to help somebody. If you're exposing somebody to be malicious, to hurt somebody, Everybody always talking about only God can judge me. Get ready, mug. Get ready. And you can't even say, oh, lay he without sin, cast the first stone. Okay, all y'all about to get hit with some rocks because it ain't gonna be me messing around with these crazy people. I know when to lower my dosage, cut off some of my intake, make sure that I'm trying to find the people that have half a sense. Jeez, I might be a little bit crazy too, but I promise you, I'm never here to hurt none of y'all. I would never, ever hurt any of y'all. And I don't want nobody to hurt me, you know? This is YouTube. I don't know nobody on here personally like that. Accidentally run into Ronald Jones because he ordered food. I can accidentally run into somebody else. These people can run into somebody that they don't know. That's a family member of somebody they're exposing, and it's done. I love to laugh too, K Smooth, but guess what? Some shit wasn't funny tonight. It didn't feel good. If I'm on here talking about this on my page, because I have no intentions on mixing my page with nah. But if I feel in my spirit there's a warning, I'm going to warn the people. I don't know who might see it, and I don't care who think what about it. God is the only person that can expose. And his exposing is not paperwork. It's not, ha, look what he did. It's not Kiki, look what she did. It's worse. Because God knows everything. He knows the things you don't even know about yourself. That's why I said you got to watch yourself, because it's in your heart. What's in your heart comes out your mouth. Nobody has a heart on this app. Not many. No. But they always say, oh, but that's the idiotic thing about it. People will also say things like, well, God knows my heart. You don't even know what that means when you say it. You don't even know what that means. You think it means, even though I said that, you know I didn't mean it. No. That means I know what you did last night. I know what you do in your brain, in your mind. I know what you do before you did it. I know you got this hidden in there. I know that that's dirty and you don't even know it. I know that he knows everything about your heart, which you don't know. I haven't. I'm sorry. And I will. I can't, you know what? I think that I see alerts late because I've been and gotten an alert and I just look down like, But I'm going to start looking out for that. I promise, because you always here. And even if you ain't here, you come in things. So I'm going to pay you back a visit. But yeah, man, we don't know our heart. We can keep on using that crazy, weird excuse. God know my heart. I'm still a work in process. He know my heart. I'm a work in progress. Keep on. The progress get cut short because when you know better, you do better. And that's a fact. When you know better, you do better. So if you know better and you keep on doing wrong, guess what? You in trouble. Might not get you right now, but some of these people, time up. Time is up. I promise you. You don't get to run through life acting crazy all day, every day, day in and day out, and think that you had the authority to run something, to ruin something, to corrupt something, to tear something down. That's the devil. And he ain't got no control of nothing. Just like his time is up. His little imps, oh yeah. Some of y'all done chose a side, and I'm not talking about the side of your favorite content creator. No, I'm not talking about that, because we all got our favorite content creators. One of my favorite content creators is on this live. I think she's still here. But when you look in the mirror and you say, okay, what's right and what's wrong, and you know what's wrong and you still go and choose to do wrong, you a fool, man. I'm sorry. I'm too scared. If I could just explain what I felt a minute ago when I first came on here, I had it set for like quarter after, and I couldn't sit down. I had to keep walking, so I'm walking around in circles in my kitchen because I'm like, I felt this sense of sadness. I felt afraid, and I felt like all this stuff is about to come to a head, and it don't look like what they think. You know, you can run in traffic all day and not get hit, but sooner or later, that 18-wheeler gonna tear your ass up. I don't even want to see that. That sounds crazy and horrible and scary. Thank you, Case Smooth. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, y'all. I'm scared for my people. Hey, Top G. Hey, Top G. Look, it ain't even 4:00 in the morning. Yeah, man, you can't. You got to be more careful. That's just the first word came to mind just now. I'm scared out here. I'm scared for the saints and ain'ts because they don't even know it's upon them. Y'all can keep on running out here, telling who did what and putting up paperwork and addresses and all that crazy shit. Man, come on. You think it's public? You can do it? You think you're allowed to do it? Because it don't even matter. Just watch. Anything that happened to one person can happen to the other, and that's what we're watching. And it's weird because it don't even seem to be a battle between good and evil. It's just like a whole bunch of evil just raised up. I don't know. I ain't about to try to figure it out because it ain't none of my business. I'm just saying to anybody on here who think they have the authority to expose people, how them old folks say it again? Woe unto you. You better know what you're doing. That's what you better know. Because there's only one great exposer. And his name ain't nobody on here. I promise you that. Ain't nobody on here. Woo-wee. Y'all just don't know. If y'all had that feeling I had a minute ago, you would have been shook. Who's sick? Did I miss it? Who's sick? Who's sick? Oh, your mouth is wired shut. Oh, you had surgery? You had some teeth pulled or something? Shantirement? Is that right? Hey, hey. Yeah, man. Top G. I'm scared. I don't see nobody else damn paperwork. I promise you. Anybody pull up paperwork or read paperwork, I'm running. I don't want to. Because you know what happened when that punishment come down. Mama get to swinging that belt and you accidentally get hit because you was standing there. I'm not getting smacked with that for that. No, because I ain't pull up nothing. I'm not getting smacked down by the big hand. These people done lost all they dang on man for a YouTube check. That ain't worth a penny. Ain't worth one penny. I promise you. I'm priceless. The value of my life, there's no dollar amount that would make me come on here and hurt people I don't know. Ever. There's no dollar amount that would make me think it's okay to dock somebody. There's no dollar amount that would make me think it's okay to talk about a child. You might get a little ugly or something here and there. You're ugly. But that's the human in me. I'm sorry. But I don't mean to hurt you. My eyes see that. I'm sorry. I'm not lying. Well, at least in my eyes, I'm not. But I'm just saying, we got to be careful with this stuff. You know, I'm telling you. I don't know why don't nobody sue, but somebody's going to do it. And I mean effectively, not this stuff that's about to get people in trouble for running back and forth to the court with this nonsense. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about some real life, writing a check your ass can't cash, that type. Everybody's not going to sit here and keep on just taking that. And it's just not good. It's just not good at all. It's not good. And I don't see an end, nor do I see anything good coming out of it. And that's why I'm telling y'all, guard your eyes and your ear gates, because all that stuff goes to your heart. It don't go in one ear and out the other. You don't see it anymore, but you don't unsee it. All that goes into your heart. Now imagine somebody on here every single day being vicious, malicious, evil, and wicked, and you watching it every single day. That's in your heart. And it's in there because you chose to let it in there. I think on Selena's panel, we was talking about that. Things come in by legal access. Nothing enters us illegally. Legal access means I opened a door to it. I gave my eye to it. I gave my ear to it. I gave my mind to it. And it's easy to get caught up. But when you realize it and recognize it, you do a quick check. They say turn and go the other way. Quickly. Or they say quickly. No, I'm kidding. Let me quit playing. You got to turn and go the other way because you do not want to get caught in the crossfire. Boys and girls, we don't want to get caught in the crossfire. And again, I'm not telling nobody not to watch nothing. I'm telling you to be careful how much stuff you intake on a daily basis, whether it's on YouTube or in your bedroom watching TV or on your radio while you're driving. Be mindful of your intake of things. Because even, like, I remember, like, maybe last year, I started to hear what seems real will be a lie, and what seems to be a lie will be real. That means we're not even going to recognize what isn't right in these moments. We're not even going to see what's not right, because it looks wrong. Or whatever the opposite is. I done got tossed up. Probably I should have been drinking that Moscato and my brain would have stayed unscrambled. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. You need to let your mouth heal up. Yeah, you have to. We got to do better, man. Like my heart been hurting for 2 days, and I'm like, I didn't think I was that sensitive to this stuff, but this last 24 hours then hit me in the gut, and I'm like, man, what are we doing? It's gone way past. I don't know. I don't think there's a return. I don't think it's a return. And that's the scary part. That means it probably just gonna keep getting worse and worse. Like, jeez, man. I pray don't nobody harm themselves because they trying to take on this battle. I hope don't nobody hurt nobody because they participating in this battle. And I hope don't nobody get hurt because they participating in this battle. I need that diet so I can lose these 15 pounds. I pray that don't nobody get hurt behind this mess, man, because it ain't even worth it. And I promise you, I would cry for any of these people if they was to get hurt, really hurt for real. And it ain't because of who they are, it's because of who I am. I'm not cut like that. I'm not cutthroat. I can't even speak that language. I don't know what it means to take out a weapon, which will be my mouth, and in case you stop laughing at me, and just intentionally slash somebody, I don't, and I don't even want to be that person, I don't want to be that person. I don't even want to physically fight you, hell, but I be wanting to beat people up watching YouTube, so that's a problem too. When I feel like I want to fight somebody because of what they doing to somebody else, okay, I'm compassionate, but I'm crazy at the same time. I feel like I really want to choke the mess out this lady. Where they do that at? Now I done got too caught up. Ain't my fight, Because first time somebody pull my paperwork, I'm gonna call the lawyer. I ain't got time for that mess. Which I doubt it happens because that's not the route that I take. I'm not putting myself in position. If that happens, and I definitely have a case because I'm not bothering nobody. I'm here to spread love and laughter, wisdom if God give it to me, and knowledge if I have it to give. Because I can't talk about what I don't know, but what I know, I shall. I don't know everything, but I know a lot of something. Sometimes I know things I didn't know I knew. I'll be like, dang, Sheer, where you get that answer from? That was good. You ever been talking to yourself and be like, whoa, that'll preach? I told y'all I'm a little bit ghetto. I'm a little ratchet, little preacher girl maybe. But I don't shy away from who God made me, I know what's inside of me. I know what I'm called to be. And I like it, you know what I mean? I like who I'm called to be. It might be totally opposite of what most people think, but I am who I am, and I do it because I want to be as obedient as I can. So like I said, we're going to have a lot of laughter over here. We're going to have all types of stuff. Like, I just really want to make this a page about living. Whether it's me doing what I do for a living or me just showing y'all pieces of my life, how I'm living, You never know a person who might be in a dark place and then maybe they watch something I did. Like K-Smooth keeps saying, Meek, you super funny. I know I'll be funny and stuff, but he done said it like 3 times. So I'm like, okay, man, you really tripping. You acting like I'm Eddie Murphy or something. I mean, really. But if I can make somebody laugh, guess what? I've done a good deed. If I can tell a story and somebody can relate to it and possibly make a change, then I've done a good deed. If I can help somebody to navigate something in life that they may have been paralyzed by fear in, then I've done a good deed. So that's why I'm on YouTube. I don't want to hurt nobody. And I'm not going to hurt nobody. And if I do, I don't know what I did to you. Honestly, I don't. And if I did hurt you, I don't. And I didn't do nothing to you, I don't care. But that's neither here nor there. I can't fall into that space, you know. Man, I'll be in here cracking up all the time, Case Move. I really do. Like, I know sometimes, I don't know, I find humor in the little things. Stuff be funny to me that probably would never be funny to other people. I giggle a lot. And sometimes it's kind of weird because I'm usually giggling by myself. But I think that's what keeps me youthful, you know. I do women's hair, and it be a lady that's the same age as me, and I be looking like, dang, what happened, sis? You didn't laugh? You ain't taking enough shots of tequila? You ain't had no Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew? Yeah, I think some of those things that they say bad for us is actually good for us, too. You ain't lived until you done had about 10 shots of tequila in one setting. I hope so. Case Move, I try. Shoot, Selena, for real, if you ain't done jumped up on the bar and did a coyote ugly, you ain't living. I promise you. If I go, man, probably still today, if somebody say you can get on the bar and dance, you're going to see me up there. I promise you. You'll see me on top of that bar, getting down, having fun, laughing on a Saturday night. And then you go see me at the church the next day with my hands lifted, partying too. I don't take away from my life. You know, I just do things different than I used to. You know what I mean? I have fun. I used to think I had fun back in the day, you know, when I was drinking a lot and smoking and hanging out all night, every day. I used to think I was having fun until something changed, you know. I'll be like, I always loved God. I always had God, you know. But when I think it's like I had him, but when I really made that choice, it hit different. You know, I done spent thousands and thousands of dollars going to spring break and biker week and all-star weekend and all that stuff. Man, had the time of my life. But on the flip side, in the last 10 years, I done spent money and got on planes and went to conferences for church. And guess what? Had the same fun. No alcohol, no nothing. Like, I think people think they lose their fun when they try to live a righteous life, you know. Far from perfect, but I do try to do things right. And it's never been a dull moment, you know. I have human moments, but it's never been a dull moment. It wasn't like, I don't know. I'm a firm believer in we're allowed to do what we do because it's part of our journey. You know, no matter what it is, good, bad, ugly, and different, it's part of our testimony. And our testimony is not for us, it's for other people. So I drink I like to go to like tap bars. But on the flip side of it, that freedom, you know, once you done lived out that part of your life, that freedom, because guess what? Now from a free point, I can still relate to that old space. But I can also maybe help somebody that's in a place that I have been through, you know. As I say, our steps are ordered, and they're not ordered just to count them. So we might have to go in the trenches sometime and do some things that other people won't. You know, you get a lot of people out here to get so extra on top of, oh, I can't go in those places anymore. I feel like when I want to go to certain places, I'll be like, so what's the assignment? Because I don't really want to go here. And it's usually somebody say something to me that I needed, or I might say something that they needed. I like to try to be sensitive like that, you know. Man, Selena, I told you I'm coming here. I gotta get situated, and you know, I'll be out there. I really wanted to come, like, try to do like a little joint birthday thing, but you know, it's a lot going on in the next couple of months, so I don't think I'll be able to squeeze that out. I have to see what happens when I touch down, how my money be flowing. But yeah, man, y'all, I just want us to experience life the way it was supposed to be. You know, the way it was supposed to be. We're not supposed to be out here fighting and going crazy on each other, especially our people. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But then we'll turn around and be like, oh, it's because I'm black and he did this to me. But we got all hell in us for each other. But don't let somebody else do it. That's kind of like saying, I can beat my sister up, but you can't. It shouldn't work like that. It should not work like. They say God came so that we might have life and have it more abundantly. That means with him, life doesn't get duller. That means he gives us life. And because of that life, we get an abundance of things. You know, we're able to live freely if we choose. We're able to still have fun and love God if we choose. We're able to still travel and have fun. It should be more fun, actually. You know, I just think that the way the world's set up right now, our kids are in so much danger. Okay, where's that coming from? Our kids are in so much danger that nobody's watching. Not here. Nobody's watching. We missing all this stuff. We'll sit up here and holler, agenda, agenda. But while we on here doxing people and going off cussing and shaking our ass in the camera, they getting our kids. Because guess what? We online, not we as in us in here or anybody else. I'm just saying, just, you know, people online 24 hours, 9 days a week, while their kid on their computer learning how to be whoever they want to be. Do y'all know, I seen I don't know why we going here, but I seen a lady, and she was from California, and she had a daughter in school, and it was like right before COVID. And she was going to the school, and her daughter, I think she said was maybe was she 5 or the 5th grade? She was young. It was either she was 5 or she was in the 5th grade. And before COVID shut down, she heard her daughter and their friends outside talking about what they identify as. You know, I'm poly, I'm this, I'm that. And I know she said 5 because I said, how would they even know that? They were 5-year-olds. Then when they went through the shutdown, they had to be online for school. And the teacher allowed them to, because she went from poly to something else. She named herself a guy name. And the teacher was like, the mother just so happened to go into the student, you know, to her schoolwork and saw this name that wasn't her child's name. But the teacher had told them they can identify as who they wanted to. So now her daughter thinks that she's this because the school is like, you know what I'm trying to say. Said she took her to therapy, and the therapist told her, well, you have to let them feel how they feel, or they'll do something to themselves. Can you imagine that? While we on here arguing, the school is forming and shaping your child. I can't have that. Well, my kids is crazy as they gonna be now because they out my way. But they ain't got kids yet. Yeah, this girl, and that's what the doctors were telling her. And she had to go, like, now today, I guess she managed to, you know, get her back on the right track. But think about the seeds being planted in our children on a daily basis. Homeschooling be good, but it can be on the playground. Little kid they playing with because of how their household is. It's crazy out here. And that's what people don't realize. They'll be out here talking about, oh, the devil busy. My tire flat. Nigga, you didn't put no air in it. You rolled over a nail. Ta-da! That's not the devil. The devil coming to kill, steal, and destroy your children. Why? Because they're the future. Us on this line, we ain't about to solve nothing in this world. I promise you, we ain't changing nothing. We won't even probably see it happen. But for everyone, my kids probably won't even see it happen. But it's the grandkids and the great-grandkids. You know, after all the people that don't like the people have gone on and they're out the way, and those young kids that are now growing up very impressionable and know right from wrong, even when their parents don't, those are the children that are going to make a change. So therefore, the enemy wants them at all costs. Kids don't wake up in the morning and decide, I'm bad and I'm about to go and be bad. There's influence. And if we're on here arguing with each other all day, every day, we're missing the influence that our kids are being led by, because it's not coming from the home. If the home don't teach them, outside will. And here we be on here talking about, I'm outside. But your kid uncovered while you on here trying to expose niggas. Your kid at home confused while you on here trying to expose somebody else and you dirty. On that note, I'm going to tell everybody to make sure y'all start praying for y'all babies every day and pray for other people's kids, because if everybody on here fussing and cussing, somebody ain't praying. Man, I missed my whole senior year, senior year. I was in the bathroom at school chilling. Listen, y'all don't even understand. I mean, I was never a bad girl. I was a good kid, but I did stupid shit. Like, who goes to school and then sits in the bathroom all day and hang out? I think we was talking about that the other day, and I said I hung out in the bathroom every day till the security guard came in there and be warning us when the principal coming. I guess he got tired of telling us, so he started helping us. Oh, God. I had missed 80-something days of school. That's a whole semester. I missed so many days of school when the principal said it when I got cold. He shocked me. I'm looking like, oh, my God, I'm about to die. My parents is going to beat my ass when I get home. Woo! I ain't never get arrested until within the last 15 years. And it was all traffic related except for the DUI. Yeah. That's why I say it's easy to get in trouble and hard to get out. Woo. That DUI was a mother. Woo. I feel like I'm still paying for that. I do. Hey, this is just me. Stuff just flow out. I mean, I ain't got no secrets. I'm an open book. Cause I know that there's parts of my life that will definitely help somebody and they'll relate. You know, it's just different now. You know what I mean? We didn't have these worries. At least I didn't. We didn't have these worries when we were coming up. You know, we can go outside and be outside. My mom used to let us play outside at midnight, be in the middle of the street, running up and down the block. We can go up as far as 3 blocks and we wouldn't get in trouble because it was safer. I'd be scared to go on the porch now. Well, not where I live at now, but I'm just saying. It's scary. And like I said, if we see a multitude of people that have decided I'm going to be demonic or whatever you want to call it, then somebody ain't praying. That's all I keep getting. Somebody ain't praying, because our kids steady falling away, you know. They steady falling away. I don't want that for nobody. I think that our babies are dope. They are born for greatness. You know, like I told us one of them videos, I said, we all here with solutions inside of us. Now imagine if we're solutions regardless of the fact, but imagine the solutions our children and grandchildren carry. Man. Because even if we don't realize it, those that came before us, they were solutions for us. I was a solution for my child. You know, we could all look back and see something. But what these kids got to look back to now, looking a little bit crazy. Yeah, I think so. I don't think much has changed, Top G. I just think that we've taken love out of things and nobody cares, you know. Everything is microwave, and you know, we don't want to do it the way we used to do it slow, you know, take our time to do something. We want everything to come out quick. We want the lean cuisine to take us 6 minutes to cook so we can hurry up and eat. Nobody wants the collard greens and the macaroni and cheese, well, except for me, because I'm greedy, but you know, don't nobody want that slow cooking no more. Nobody has time to teach the kids. You know, the kids teaching themselves. They hand them. I can't stand when somebody hand a toddler a phone and that child know the dang password. How the hell you know the password, but you don't know numbers? That baby done sat there and watched you and know the path your fingers take. And y'all don't want to cultivate that. A 1-year-old can take your phone. Your code could be 6793. And that baby will get that phone and hit 6793. And not because she know what 6793 is, but because she watched the way you moved your hand. Our minds don't even work like that. Well, some of us, we might be a little crooked, but you know, you look over somebody's shoulder and read their phone like I be doing at work. Well, I'll be seeing all the tea. Yeah, I looked over somebody's shoulder one time. She was talking about me. I was sitting there cracking up like, oh, hell no. I should just jack your hair up. I thought it was interesting. I ain't say nothing. She left looking beautiful. But, hey, got to be more careful. These stylists be out here talking about, I do not look at my client's phone when they're in my chair. I'm like, you're lying. Because I do. You know, looking over my client's shoulder one time. She was a young girl. She's like 14 years old. Looking over at her phone, I was able to tell her mother, your daughter is into giving fellatio, or she's about to. So, pardon me if I'm nosy. Nosy can help. See what I'm saying? Got to watch our kids. You know, that woman never even knew her child was even thinking or anything like that. I don't. I got my mama's ears. My mom used to hear, boy, people like, you ain't never snuck out the house. I'm like, man, please, I'll be better off just getting up and be like, Mom, can I go outside? Because it wasn't no sneaking out the window because my mama didn't sleep. That's probably why I don't sleep. Like, literally, like, my friend, he had a, hey, Queen. My friend, he had a drop top. Well, the guy that unfortunately became my first when I was 16. Oh, damn, did that come out loud? Oops. But this guy, he would ride, like, he'll call him, like, can you come outside? Most people would have sneak out the window. I'd be like, Mom, can I spray outside? Can I go outside? She'd be like, go ahead. Then I come back and be like, can I take a ride? Go ahead. I had great support, but I also had great freedom. And that was kind of It wasn't bad, really, because I didn't do things to get myself in trouble. But I don't know if it was good. You know what I mean? But I'm kind of glad it happened that way because my mother, they trusted me. You know, he's at 18 and had a blast. And I was crying like, oh my God. He was like, why you don't want to do it? You scared? Yeah. You scared because of what you know or what you heard? I don't know. Man. Listen, I was crying. And y'all want to know why I was crying after my first time? I was crying after my first time because I liked it. And I don't know if any lady can relate, but you know how people tell you, "Oh my God, you're gonna hate your first time. It's gonna hurt and all this stuff." That was not my story, so I was confused because I thought I was supposed to be in pain. I thought I was supposed to be crying, and so I was crying because I thought something was wrong with me because I wasn't supposed to like it yet. They say after about the third time, then you start liking it. No, I liked it out the gate. I was like, what the hell's wrong with me? I really did think something was wrong with me, y'all. Y'all just don't understand how emotionally messed up I was because I enjoyed my first time. I'm like, something's wrong with me because it's supposed to hurt and I'm not supposed to like it. And I liked it. What's wrong with me? Yeah. Okay, that's a funny story. Don't be in nobody's chat talking about what's wrong with me or something crazy, clean and top G, because I know y'all will. I don't know, because I had failed attempts and I was convinced it was going to be the most excruciating, horrible thing in my life, but it wasn't. So I was really confused. When I tell you I was confused because I just didn't understand how come I liked that. I didn't even know why I liked it. I just liked it. Still like it. Yeah. Enough about my sex life. How long I've been on here? Hour 22 minutes. Clean. I'm telling you. I'm gonna get one of your secrets out of you. Never mind. I already know a secret about you. Okay, I'll take it. I take it on the head because I do it to you. My bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. No, but I hope y'all, continue to show up when I do go live. I'm all excited. I see 8 people on here. I don't know if 8 people in the chat, but what up? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm wired. I drank this dang on energy drink. I'm sitting here rocking. So 9 times out of 10, I'm about to be in the streets making some money myself. But I don't know. I'm gonna stay on about 7 more minutes. I'm gonna try to make it a clean hour and 30. No, I was kidding. Y'all want to ask a question? You got a question for me? Anybody got a question? Like this is what I do in my women's group. I'll be like, any questions? And then I wait. You're so funny, Clean. Oh my God, Scorpio. When your birthday? Scorpio. Yeah, we got 7 minutes, literally. Well, about to be 6. Come on, ask me a fun question. Or it can be a personal question. Not a personal, like in my personal life, but I mean, like, I don't know who all been here all day. You might want to ask something about something I said earlier. I don't. And you know what? It's so crazy because I have to go back and watch. Because when I'm on here, I don't know what I'll be talking about. I just go. I write down a few points and then I go. That's one thing I can say. I was blessed to be able to lead a women's group. And because of the way I did that, I can sit in front of this camera and it can say 0 up there. And then I will sit here and do exactly what I did tonight. Clean the Scorpio, Lord. Sorry for you, brother. I'm just kidding. I'm December 13th. I'm a real Sagittarius if I went by that. That's what I am. Y'all, can y'all believe I'll be 51? I'm thinking, do I want to have a birthday party? Anybody that's a Scorpio? Y'all crazy. No, clean. I ain't gonna say Sag and Scorpios don't do well, but we're so similar. Thank you, sweet P Diddy. Yeah. We're so similar. I think that we both have a stubborn bone. And our crazies are different, Dome. Two crazies, but our crazies are different. You said you crazy as cat PP. I'm calculated crazy. I choose when I want to be crazy. And it's never like, well, I ain't gonna say it ain't always just like boom, but I think we're calculated, you know. I'm gonna get you back, but you won't know when. I done came with a master plan. Some Jimmy Neutron on your ass. But my children's father was a Scorpio, and man, we love to mess out each other, but we bumped heads. We bumped heads because we were both stubborn, and that's the trait that I know that causes the problem. Man, he used to make me so mad because he used to be like, it's my way or the highway. It's my way or the highway. And I used to be looking like, F your highway, stupid. Man, woo. We used to have some knockdown drag outs, not physical. I've never been hit by a man. I'm talking about verbal. Back in the day, woo. I'm surprised I ain't get hit though, for real, honestly. A changed meek is a good meek. I promise you, a changed meek is a good meek. And that man gave me some clothes for my son. And it was like in July. And it was like some corduroys and a sweatshirt. And I told him we needed some formula. He gave me some corduroys and some sweatshirts. You know, somebody came through the spots, had some baby clothes. And I went to get the clothes and I looked at them. What the hell are you going to do with these clothes? It's 900 degrees out here. By the time winter comes, it's going to be too big. And I threw it out the window and I rolled over and I backed up and I rolled over again and I peeled out. Man, I was stupid. They used to be like, here come Kenny, crazy baby mama. I don't know. I have to find pleasure in that, man. Cause that's why I said I'm surprised I ain't never got shook up. Now I did get punched in the stomach once, but he didn't hurt me. It just took my breath away. You know how they hit you in the diaphragm? And it take you like 10 minutes to gain your good night, Selena. It take you 10 minutes or so to pull your soul back into your body. Ooh, he got me good in the mall. I was sitting there like hold my breath for like 7 minutes and slowly let it out for the next 4. Told me up. But yeah, y'all ain't had no questions, so we got 1 minute. So if I gotta say something before I get off of here, he was always need to have a conversation. I'm not a talker. And you know what? Why are you laughing at me, Sphere? But did he have a quiet side too? Because I can talk, but like when I was younger, I was very, very quiet. Like really quiet. Like people would be like, hey Jamaica, you so pretty. And I would be like, hi. I remember my daddy's friend was like, when someone say you're pretty, you say thank you. I'm like, thank you. I was so shy, but I was observant, and that I still am. I watch everything. I don't miss a lot. So a lot of times I don't fall into traps because I see shit. You can't get me. I already saw you. That on top of discernment, psh, man, please. I ain't no fool. That's why I knew to get my butt out of that page I was on and get away from all that and come and breathe in some real air, you know? No, I didn't see it. I'm sorry, honey. What was it? I didn't see it. I'm trying my hardest. I got my glasses on too. I think I got to go back and get some more glasses. Okay, I got a question. Boys, yeah, that is a question that is null and void. I didn't see it though. I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna go back in for you. I got you. But yeah, I think y'all driven. I would say that. It's like it's not really nothing bad, but it's as good as it is with like Sagittarius and Scorpio. As good as it is as bad as it is. It's like Clash of the Titans. Fight hard. I almost said that real just quick, but y'all know what I'm saying. Fight hard. I can't live a whole life like that because I'm gonna get old and like, then when we lose that all we gonna do is fight. Jeez. I won't even talk to a Scorpio now. Like if you say your birthday November I'll be like, oh no. Hey Jasmine, how are you? You quiet too? Yeah, I used to be super quiet, but then like in my early 20s, I became, you know that y'all remember that Chex Mix cereal? Be like, give it to Mikey, he'll eat it. I became that chick that'll be like, tell Meek, she'll say it. I was the one that'll tell you what need to be said. All my friends scared to tell it, but why am I over here saying it? I don't understand. But yeah, man. So it's like I have a very loving heart. I'm very kind. I can be very petty, but that's usually provoked. You know? I like to be silly, but at the same time, I can be bold and loud. You know what I mean? And I think that's what YouTube, you know, when I first came on here, I was just doing hair, you know, videos. If you look back, you'll see back years ago, I was doing a lot of hair videos. I'm going to have some more of them too. But like now I embrace my boldness, you know, that it was the same boldness that I had that would come up to you and tell you or get you told, that has been now channeled into something different. You know, that's my courage, my ability to speak up when I need to. You know, I don't come on no dang on YouTube to tell nobody, oh, God gonna get you. But guess what? I'm sorry. That's what he had to say today. Y'all better quit playing in his face because he coming. And I don't mean like, oh, it's the end and it's the last time. I'm talking about keep on playing out here with these people and exposing people. It's gonna be over for you, buddy. I'm gonna be sorry for you. But man, that's all I can do is a two-step in them heels. Let you, boy, if you would see me walking them things, that's why I reverted to acting silly in them heels, because I don't know what happened. I'm so distraught about that. I really want to walk in my heels and I just can't. Like, I used to wear heels and I used to pride myself and say, I can run in these heels, and I'll just take off running. Man, now I can't even walk. I don't even understand it. Yeah, and you know what else? Atmosphere. Thank you, my love. Hey, I think everything happens when it's supposed to. You know what I mean? If you would have met me years ago, you'd have met that asshole girl. I always been sweet and kind, but yeah. Nah, you probably would have had a fun time with me back then. I'll take that back. But I think that, you know, when you meet me now, you get the better version of that girl. You know what I mean? I'm still that girl, but I'm better. I'm still that girl because after all that I went through, I'm here. You know what I mean? Like y'all probably get some of my story, man. I done been through a lot of stuff, you know, and I don't live my life in fear. You know, I'm never afraid to try something. Um, I'm not afraid to fail, you know, because if I don't fail, that means I never tried. You know, how many people sit back and want to do something and never do it? I'm not her. If I get a notion of something I want to do or I'm supposed to do, I do it. That's the part that I love with that my boldness is attached to, you know, where before my boldness probably would got me slapped possibly or got me into some fights because I don't know how well that works out. So I had some fights too, yeah. But yeah, my boldness is I guess it's different because you grow and you get mature, and then, you know, my walk with God, you know, contrary to what people may think, you know, I have a strong relationship with God. So it's like, yeah, and I recognize that now, Jasmine, like my boldness then was for now. And it's almost scary because I can't imagine, you know, I can't imagine, shut up, Top G. I can't imagine like having to be one of those people that really have a message for the world and is not popular. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine, you know, like I do believe God speaks to people, and I do believe there are some people that are supposed to come out here and expose something, but not because you wanted to or chose to, but because you were ordained by God to do so. And I'd be real nervous because no way, shape, or form am I a prophet. But if you believe in God, we all should desire to be prophetic. And there's a lot of people that are doing a lot of things out here that's supposed to be doing this stuff, but they're not. So then he'll go and find the little ratchet girl who's bold, but she'll do it. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm willing, but at the same time, I'm scared because I'm like, some of the stuff I say, I'd be like, whoa, I can't imagine having to come out here and just say something. Everybody be looking at me like, oh, you know, them people get a lot of backlash. I don't want it. No, we need chaos. That's how our gifts. I think those are the things that activate our gifts. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we didn't have chaos, we wouldn't even. I mean, we wouldn't have to use our gifts. You know, we wouldn't need the fruits of the spirit. We wouldn't need the gift of discernment. We wouldn't need the gift of faith to believe that things were going to change. There's so many gifts that we have. You know, and I mean your gift that God give you, not necessarily your talent. You know, as far as what you do. You know, a lot of people think that they are one and the same, or they think those things are their purpose, but I don't believe that. You know, I think that all those things tie into our purpose. Like, I don't think, like my ex, he's a barber, and he would argue with me that my calling is to be a hairstylist, and I would tell him, no, I'm not. He'd be like, but that's what you do. I'm like, I know, that's my talent. Now, what I do behind the chair is connected to my purpose, and I believe that I'm to serve women, you know, but deeper than hair, you know. Yeah, serve all people, but because of the way things happen, like I've been doing hair almost 31 years now, maybe 31. I don't know. I don't even count no more because it don't matter. It matter, but it don't. You know what I mean? But I can think of so many conversations that I've had with women that maybe they broke down in tears, or they said I needed to hear that, or I would break down in tears after I said whatever I said. Because sometimes, I don't know if anybody ever experienced it, But sometimes you will say something to somebody and you say it because you're supposed to say it, or you got that feeling to say it. But after you say it, you realize that wasn't from me. That's why I know that doing hair is not my call, because I can do that without doing hair. I can do that anywhere. That can happen to me in the grocery store. But my chair is my platform. You know, I'll probably never stand in no pulpit at church. But that chair is my pulpit. You know, I think that we all carry a ministry. You know, a ministry don't necessarily mean that you're in a church or you're a preacher. It just means that's your avenue of service. If you look up the synonyms of ministry, one of the synonyms is to serve. Yeah. So it's like, I don't think there's ever a moment that I'm not serving a purpose. It might come wrapped in jokes and all that little stuff, but it'll be a moment like this where something comes full circle and it's like, well, how did we get here? I don't question that. I don't question that, because I allow the spirit to move freely. And I know that I can be who I am and do those things because that's the way I was created to be. I don't have to change me. God will change whatever he wants to change. I used to go to the bar every night. I don't no more. That's why people be running around trying, I ain't going out no more. I quit. Every time they say that, they be back at the bar. When God wants you to stop doing something, I promise you, you will stop. And that's how that's how I've gotten from back then to now. I realize every time I tried to stop something myself, I would fall back off. But I see now where every time I fell back, it was something I had to pick up. There we go again. Once you know better, you do better. Just like today, when I was at that ATM, I'm in line waiting. Them guys got out of line. I got in front of them. Boom, they got out of position. They lost their next. I got mine earlier. That's how life be. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to stay in a position to get what's for you. You know, we'll run around, oh, what's for me is for me. But then we'll get out of position. You don't even believe that when you say at halftime. Some people. Imagine that. How easy you lose your spot just because you chose to do something different. Patience. That's all they needed, was a little patience. But because they lacked patience, I gained favor. I gained the favor. Hey, realists, how are you? Even after that, I was telling y'all how I had the little situation with the rent, and they end up waiving that thing. I was so thankful. That 141 was like, I felt like I got $1 million. Why? Because I'm grateful. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for my little, and I'm grateful for my much. I'm grateful with 0 people in this chat. I'm grateful with y'all 8 people in this chat. I don't ever come out of that space, you know, no matter what. You know, I can party all night, but I'm never coming out of the space of being grateful. I can't. Because when you lose sight of that, when you become ungrateful, you be out here spewing venom, and you sacrifice your own integrity. And I think Atmosphere has said it, you know, the love of money. And that's another thing that people misconstrue. Oh, money is the root of all evil. And we know that doesn't say that. It says the love of money. And that's why people are messed up. The love of money. We need it. We need currency. Shit, what can we do without money? If it was evil, we wouldn't need it. It's the love of money. No, sir. I can't step out of space. I'm scared. I mean, I might dangle a little bit off the sidewalk, and I'm going back on the porch. I promise you, I don't want no smoke from the Lord. My God. No, I'm just kidding. Let me quit playing before I be talking like that for real. But yeah, y'all, I mean, I just think that as a whole, we need to do better. And a lot of people just sitting and watching with their popcorn. I don't even want no popcorn after all the crap I've been seeing all these last few months, man. So I don't know what shifted tonight, but I had a serious fear and urgency in my spirit. And I'm like, oh, it's about to get ugly, and I don't want a front row seat. I really don't. So I will hang out on my own page and my 2 other little people I follow like that I actually support. You know what I mean? I watch many, but I support. When I support you, that means I care about your well-being. I want to see you do well. I don't want to see you get caught up in these things. Those are the people that I like to rock with. People that act like that, or that I feel in that way. Other than that, it's just like changing the channel on TV. Next. Hey, did y'all used to have the cable box and then y'all be trying to get the nasty channel? Y'all be flicking the little thing trying to get it to stick on the Playboy channel? I don't know. That had to pop in my head because I said change the channel. That's crazy. But life used to be so good when we was little. Be carefree. Outside playing kickball. How I go get it. I used to cheat on how I go get it, y'all. I used to be like, time's out. And the base would be the tree. And I'll be walking towards the tree while I'm on time's out. And then when I get by the tree, I'll be like, time's in. Then I jump and touch the tree. And I used to always wonder why my cousin always the one getting it. She had a baby at 14 too. She always was the one in getting it on how I go get it. I was like, man, this is crazy, little hot cocket. I like boys and I was scared of them at the same time. So you was not getting me on that ground trying to hump on me, no sir. But I was saying, I got to enjoy life. These kids don't even know about that type stuff now, because now they get caught up in cases and stuff like that. Man, they don't get the benefit of nothing that we had. How kids don't even know what a rotary phone is, a landline and stuff like that. Is sad. Kids don't even know how to write in cursive now. Who didn't have fun trying to learn how to write in cursive, even if our handwriting sucked? It's crazy. You broke your collarbone. Boy, I almost went to the upper room playing volleyball. I was trying to go back and hit the ball, and I failed somehow. Man, I had on these shorts that had Velcro. Man, I hit that floor so hard, my shorts just popped open like. And next thing I know, the star basketball player was carrying me to the bleachers, and I opened my eyes like, oh my God, it's Mark Baker. And I seen stars that day. Good night, Dawn. We all about to go to bed. We are, because I done sat on here a whole 20 minutes after I said I was getting off, but it's okay. I like to talk. But yeah, y'all, so we are going to get off because my stomach growling. I need to eat some more. I just realized I ain't ate since early today. I need to finish my Chipotle. I need deliverance from Chipotle. Yeah, I was seeing stars, man. I promise you. And then they did, like I'm saying, it didn't even help. The star basketball player, the one that was always on the news, picked me up. Like Mark Baker. He saved my life. I thought I was out of here, boy. That's the last time I took gym too. I promise you. I got a doctor's note that lasted forever, infinity. Only time I played in gym was when they did bowling. I am not athletic. I'm a girly girl for real. I used to sit on the porch with my legs crossed when I was 10. Only time I got dirty was when we started breakdancing. I was outside in a white short set and spinning on my butt. My mom about to beat the brakes off of me. I had fun. I miss my parents. I really did. I'm from Ohio. Yeah, we did bowling on Sunday. Bowling, skating. Yep, bowling and skating on Sundays. In the afternoon, bowling in the evening. It was all good. Chased the ice cream truck. In Ohio, they had watermelon trucks. When the man come down the street selling the watermelons off the pickup, he used to come down the street like, watermelons, red ripe. Those were the days. But all right, y'all. I am about to end this live because, like I said, I am famished. And I'm about to bash and probably go outside and see if I make $100 in an hour and a half. That's what y'all need to pray for me. Yeah, the Melon Man and the Mr. Softy truck. Thank you, Top G. Watermelon, red ripe. Boy, we used to get a kick out of running out there. Here comes the watermelon truck, Daddy. Thank you, Jasmine. All right, y'all. So, like I said, I just pray everybody wake up and know that there's more to life than fighting. You know, we weren't put here to fight. Love you too, girl. We weren't put here to fight. And we're definitely not in a position or have the authority to expose anyone unless we're doing it for the good of people. We don't do that to, to harm people. So I just pray that, while our kids are in the presence of things that are evil, that God continues to cover them and that he opens the eyes of all of us to know how to help them, the things that they should be learning and the things that we should be teaching them, the things we might have forgotten, the things that we may not recognize now because it's a different time, just, to understand more. I pray we get understanding and that each of y'all pray for wisdom every single day so we don't be out here acting like fools and we walk in wisdom at all times. And I love y'all and I'm about to go. Night. Well, I'm about to go hustle. And whoever going to bed, have some good dreams. And I pray we all get money. Bye.